self-care is an incredibly important skill to learn for all of our students. And it's something that we as adults need to be able to use on a regular basis to make sure that we are not feeling overwhelmed and that we are able to handle things efficiently, but also to be able to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves. And it also is important that we are teaching our students, our youth, our teenagers about how to take care of themselves. There can be a lot of different things that are going on when students are in high school, let alone as they are going through the process of maturing and their brains are growing and they are learning how to navigate things. But then you look at high school and what they go through at their own unique age and stage as freshmen, then as sophomores, juniors, and seniors. Everything that they go through is a learning opportunity. And so being able to help teach them and model for them how to take care of themselves is such an important thing to do to help them as they prepare to go into college and then eventually into the working world. So we're going to dive deep into this today. I am super, super excited to be able to share with you. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Courtney. I am the founder of Confused to College Ready, and I am super excited to be able to share with you. We have been going through since the end of July, we have been going through a beta testing process for our course that is opening. That is something that is open right now, and we would absolutely love to have you join us in our course that is open. So there is a course and coaching program that is going to go alongside with that training. And it is really, really exciting to hear what's going on and to know that this is launching and to be able to have you join us. So if you are interested, this is going to be open. So this episode is coming out on September 13th of 2022. The course is going to be open through this Friday. If you're listening to this in real time, we would love to have you join us. If you are listening to this after that date, then, and you're still interested in working with me, please, by all means, send me a message, send me an email. It's admin@confusedtoready.com, and we can talk through what that would look like. But if you are interested in joining with our course, this is going to be an all-time low price. We will not have the price this low again in order for you to have lifetime access to the course, to the coaching. That website is confusedtoready.com/C2CRBETA beta info. And I would love to have you join us. We are really looking forward to where the next few months are going to be leading us with that course and being able to continue to help others. So let's talk about self-care. There are a lot of times where we end up that we feel overwhelmed, we feel stressed out. There are between work, between schoolwork, between different family obligations, extracurricular activities, our students are dealing with, our youth are dealing with a lot. And they're trying to navigate that, trying to maintain friendships and figure out, and also enjoy high school and have a positive experience. So one of the things that I would love to do, and what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about just some different ways to take care of yourself. So grab a pen if you don't have one. We're going to walk through a couple of different things. And I want to put a disclaimer out there. This is not meant to be mental health therapy or counseling or any kind of psychiatry. I am not a mental health therapist. I was for quite some time, but that is not what I do anymore. I'm a school counselor, and I also focus on helping families. So I don't want you to take this as medical or mental health advice. These are just some different strategies. If you are dealing with something, or if your teenager is dealing with something, if you are the parent that is, and there's more going on, or you're feeling overwhelmed, or it's something that's been going on for a long time, it can be a wonderful thing to seek out some professional help from your primary care doctor, in talking to a counselor. There are a lot of opportunities, but I don't want anyone to think that this is not meant to substitute any kind of professional advice. So one thing is, the first thing is really just being aware of what is on your plate. And so some of that goes along with prioritizing and being able to manage time, and being okay with saying no. So knowing what's on your plate. When we say yes to every little thing, then there also is going to be something that we're going to have to say no to down the road. And the same thing is for your students. So if they're saying yes to these different activities that they're involved in, but they know they have schoolwork, they know that they have clubs that they're doing, something has to give. And whether that be family time or time with friends, or that they are not doing as much as they want to with those extracurriculars, or it's something where they are having to give up on doing some of their schoolwork and maybe their grades suffer. And you can't do it all. I think that we as parents know that we can't do everything. And so it's really important to help our students, our children, identify and be able to look at those boundaries. But I think it also is important for the students that they see us doing the same thing. And so being able to have some of those boundaries, being aware of what we can put on our plate. And we all have time. So the second thing is knowing and just kind of doing some self-check-ins and knowing when we're starting to feel overwhelmed, upset, frustrated, or that it just is too much. And that can happen. That happens to me, that happens to us as family, as parents, that happens to our students, our children. And so just being able to say, you know what, maybe we need to just take a break, being able to say no to something, being able to step back and have an opportunity to rest and relax and know that we don't always have to go out and do all the things. Or maybe it's reading a book, maybe it's taking a nap, maybe it is being able to get some things done around the house. If if a student's room is messy and they say, you know what, I just need to get things organized, or their book bag is disorganized, that might be part of it too. But being able to recognize recognizing what's on our plate, but then also being able to recognize how we feel. And when we feel overwhelmed or upset, what does that look like? Do we get stressed out? Do we get irritable? Or sometimes there's tears that are involved? All of those responses, I always want to remind families and students that it's always okay to feel how we feel, whether that be something that we're excited about, happy, frustrated, scared, angry, overwhelmed. All of those feelings are okay, but we've got to be able to navigate how do we handle that, and then how do we help to get back to kind of that even place. And so that might look like we are spending some time, that maybe your student is spending some time home rather than going out, or maybe they are spending some time with their friends because they haven't been able to do some of that. And then you also think about, so the third thing is we have some people that are introverted and others that are extroverted. Extroverts and social people, they might really want to be able to go in and have some conversations and be around people, and that socialization is what really energizes them. And then with someone who's more introverted, they might need to have some time to themselves. Maybe that is taking just an afternoon to rest. There can be a lot of different things, but being able to be aware of what each person needs. So being aware of what we have on our plate, number one, being aware of how we feel, identifying ways to take care of ourselves is number three. And then really just being able to have some good conversations at home and keeping an eye on how are we feeling, and knowing that if I start to feel stressed or overwhelmed, this is what I might have going on, and here's why, and so here's what I can do next time. It is so important that during the entire college search process, the application process, emotions are going to be heightened anyway. And so I just really would encourage all of the families that are listening, to our students that are listening, to be able to take some time and navigate how you're feeling, how you're doing, so that when you start to feel stressed and overwhelmed, it doesn't feel quite so much, and that you know how to identify it so that you can take a break and step back. So those are just a couple strategies that I would certainly encourage you to consider as you are navigating everything. We'll probably do some more self-care things, some specific strategies. Today I just wanted to kind of do an overview of how to be aware. There have been some things that have gone on for me lately, and with my full-time work as a school counselor, and it has been overwhelming. So I've ended up that I have talked with my family about, you know what, I just need to take a step back, and I am going to go read for a little bit, or I'm going to go do whatever it might be, or I'm going to have went and had dinner with a friend. And so those, being aware, being able to have conversations, it helped us to avoid any kind of arguments. It helped us to be able to just know where everybody stands. And my boys, we are working with them to be able to do the same thing. So I hope this was helpful. I hope that you all are doing well as you navigate the college search process. Please reach out to me if there is anything that I can help with, or any questions that you have. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Confused to Ready. We also have a Facebook group where we share different things regularly, insight, tips, hints, and just a place of community. I would love to have you join us. And again, through Friday, September 16th of 2022, we will have that course open. It is confusedtoready.com/C2CR beta info, and I would love to have you join us. If you are listening to this recording after the fact, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. I would be happy to talk to you about ways that we can work together to help you manage your college search and still being able to take care of yourself. I hope that you all have a wonderful week. Take care. Bye-bye.